Okay guys, so we got the Junk S10 in the shop tonight, and if you've noticed, you can see it's missing a mirror on the driver's side. And I'm actually enjoying driving this thing. I mean, it's small, it's good on gas, and it actually, with how small it is, that V6 really pushes this along. It doesn't feel like a dog at all. So I'm actually enjoying driving this thing. But something that's really been annoying me is that broken driver's side mirror. You can see I've already took the thing off. I took the door panel apart. It's a pretty easy job if you know where all the screws are to take the door panel off. And I'm going to show you that after I show you the mirror. Okay, so here's the mirror. This is the broken mirror, and you can see it's actually worse than not even having a mirror, because when you look in this thing, it just really messes your sight up. And I use this mirror a lot, and with it being broken, I really realized how much I use that. So this is the old mirror. I don't know how it got broke. My brother-in-law must have broke it sometime, or my grandpa, I don't really know. This is, I believe, the factory mirror. Went online, got a cheap replacement. This is a cool view, I guess. And it pretty much looks like the original. It's got the original type plastic on it. This is a manual. There's no defrost or power. Just just a standard manual mirror. So, and you can see it mounts up same way the factory did, with 3 studs that go into the door. So this should be a quick, easy replacement here. Okay, so here's where the mirror goes, and it was not this clean. I cleaned it up there. It was very dirty under there. That's where it goes. You got 3 mounting points, and then if you do have power options, I guess there's a hole there for the wire. You do have to take the door panel off to do this job. But like I said, it's not too terribly difficult if you know where all the little screws are. So here's the door panel. First thing you gotta take off is the door handle. And there is a screw right in the middle behind the door latch. And it goes right there. So that's one screw. There are 2 more screws, and they're hidden, one under there and one under there. I believe that 7mm took them off. And they go, one goes into here and one goes into there, and you can see they're angled. So they're not going to go in there straight, because you can't get a straight, you can't get your wrench on it straight, so it has to be crooked. This is a manual windows, no power windows. So you got to take off your door crank, and here's the door crank right here. Now to get this off, it's held on by a clip. There's a little clip right there, and it is in the door handle, and you have to pull that out for this to be released. Now there are tools. I've seen people go in there and try to push them out and stuff. The only thing that's really worked for me is to go in there with a little pick and then grab a hold of this little clip and pull it out. It should be the opposite way of the handle there, the bottom part. It should be in there like that. So you got to pull that out. You just kind of got to play with it to get it out. But that's always the fun part of these manual windows. Yeah, they don't have a motor to go out, but they're a pain to get off. Not too bad though. The door panel here, you've got push pins, plastic clips all the way around. You got one up here by the mirror, 2 on the side, 3 along the bottom, and then 3 more here along this side. A couple of tools like this might help with the door panel remover, popping those pins off. And you just got to go in there and pry them out, and the door panel kind of lifts up and off. So like I said, not too terribly hard of a job if you know where all the screws and the clips are. So I believe that's going to do it for that. There was little plastic plugs or rubber plugs in these holes. Just pull them out. And then 10mm socket pulls off the mirrors. That's universal with GM, I believe. All mirrors got the 10mm nuts. So that's going to do it for the door panel. I'm going to put the new mirror in place there, bolt it on. One tip when you're pulling these little nuts off, okay? So the first time you do this, you're going to probably screw up, and hopefully this video is going to help people not do this. But here's the nuts that come out of there, right? You can see they got a washer on them, a really kind of wide washer. When you unbolt it from the mirror, and they're going to be, the nut's going to be in your socket, right? And you're going to pull it out. Well, this washer is going to hit the lip of the door, and you're going to lose this nut, and it's going to fall all the way down into the door panel. I have not gone into this thing. Here's a hole here you might be able to get a magnet down into. But you got to fish these nuts out if you drop them. So if you don't drop them, you're going to be way ahead of the game. Just be careful when you pull your wrench out with the nut on it that there is a washer on there, and you got to slowly pull it out if you don't want to lose these nuts. Okay, so there it is on the truck. These do fold up just like the factory ones, and like I said before, it's just 3 mounting bolts here. Don't go crazy tight on these because it's just going into plastic. When you tighten them up, you can kind of feel when they bottom out. Don't use a big old wrench to do that. So pretty much just going to put everything back together. I told you how that comes apart, so you know, seeing me put this on is just going to be boring, I think. So I'm going to get it all back together, and I'm going to come back. Okay, so there's also on this trim piece right here, you can see there's a little bit of lip on this thing. That kind of gave me some trouble coming out. This back's got to go in first, then you put the front in, and it's kind of a little difficult with this handle here. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to show you is the window crank, how that clip goes in there. You can see there's pieces of it sticking out right there, and that is what's going to grab a hold of the shaft of the window crank. So when you're going in there to try to pull it out, it is facing the opposite way of the handle. And then you've got that piece. Don't forget your little plastic cover that keeps it from scratching the door panel, I guess. It makes it a lot more difficult to actually get it out too. But all you do is, there's the shaft, and there's a groove in that shaft, and that's what that little piece, that little metal piece, grabs a hold of. So all you do is stick it on the shaft there, and I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed. Okay, so all you got to do to install the window crank is just push it on the shaft. I tried to do it one-handed. I couldn't get no video of it, but you just put it on there, kind of tap it on, and you'll hear the little clip lock into the groove, and you're good to go. And that's it, guys. That's all there is to replacing the mirror. Like I said, pretty easy if you know where all the clips and screws are. So that's gonna do it for us, isn't it, buddy? Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.